What is going on? I'm Zedmont. In yesterday's video, I showed off my standard stubborn tendencies. Speaking of stubborn, go throw code Zedmont in your creator boost every 7 days. You got to be super pig-headed to keep on top of that. Really wish Supercell would make that even 2 weeks. Ideally a month though? Come on. Anyways, Warships. Yesterday, I had one account that was clinging to Diamond and one account that was in 18. The account that was in 18 is now sitting at almost 23. This account, far stronger position. If you are sitting outside Diamond, this video is for you. And it is only for you for the next day because things are changing incredibly quickly. Players that are in the 18, 19, 20, early 21 tier are all saving for that 7th engine room. And they're probably saving to get to heavy choppas at the same time, which means they have a glut of keys, which means they are vulnerable and you can beat them. So if you're sitting at around the same level I am, 97 keys or so, anything below that and you're not in Diamond, spend them. Spend them all and spend them quickly. Whether that means going and getting shock launchers or shock mines or building health or seekers or bullet or GBE, shore up your defenses for starters, make them fizzle. People are fizzling on this base. You can't tell by the fact that I went on tilt 18 hours ago, but people are fizzling. Make yourself a good base. Push yourself into Diamond ASAP, because as soon as those people get into 7 and they get that troop damage, you're done for. Those players are going to be playing till the last possible minute. We're going to do some hits here and you'll see, even right now, the wait times are long. There are not many 6 engine room bases left in Diamond. Most of them have gone to 7, and you can beat those early 7 players fairly easily, but once they start getting into that extra troop damage, those 2 hot pots, you're going to have a really hard time, as I'm hopefully not going to show you. We'll find out here. And this base, this would be absolute cake with Seekers. Like, this would be beyond easy with Seekers. You walk Bullet into about here, your Seekers continue on and they just go bing. But this account does not have Seekers, so we're just gonna have to hope that sound from that ridiculous construction outside doesn't come through, and we're just gonna hang out. Patience is so important on these hits. If we just do a quick drawing mid-attack, which is a bit crazy and stupid, you can see that we can clear every single one of these defenses with 0 shocks using Bombardiers. Most 6 engine room players are either fizzling or at best they're getting 4 or 5 engine rooms. So we can just walk through crazy patiently, and that is exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna try our darndest to clear basically everything before we drop any troops, and we're just going to leave these 3 Bombardiers and just leave them to wander off and die. I know that sounds crazy, but there is no rush at all at this stage of 6 engine rooms. The bases are way too hard, and there's the occasional player who's using Grenadiers very well, or they're using mechs very well. But those players are so darn few and far between that we just can't worry about them. We're just going to do our darndest to clear as much as we absolutely can, as we then sneak in some more troops in behind, trying to keep both those critter launchers shocked as the remainder of our Heavies and Cryoneers walk past all the rest of it. And you can see that we're making inroads very quickly against this stuff. Yes, we are definitely fighting off some critter launchers, which can be incredibly frustrating. But you can see just how quickly or not quickly we are getting in and amongst this stuff. Bullet's got tons of health left. We've got tons of Cryoneers left. We also have a couple Bombardiers on that left-hand side that we can keep protected. And down goes that stinking no good Shock Blaster. Shock Blasters are the bane of my existence this season. The secondary bane of my existence is when I click the wrong button and throw a smoke instead of a shock. It is so frustrating, and it has happened so darn many times that it is absolutely blowing my mind. I don't know what's wrong with me, but it's definitely happening a lot more than it should be. As we get that extra energy drink out of Bullet, we're going to get this shock over here. And in theory, we should be able to get all of these engine rooms. I'd be very surprised if we don't get all these engine rooms. We're just going to run the heck away, try to save that last Bombardier from that last boom cannon, and then we can just walk through this. So I've seen a lot of people using Kavan. I don't have Kavan on this account, so we have to be a little bit trickier. And that's where those Cryoneers have come in. It's not pretty. It's not sexy. You need to go slow and thoughtful, but you're still going to be way faster than those people who are using Grenadiers. I've seen people use 6 boats of Grenadiers to just clear the absolute full frontal of bases, and it is crazy slow. We're going to be slightly faster than that as we throw all of our final GBE towards picking up that final engine room. So if you can get 3 engine rooms, you'll generally win. If you're decent with Seekers, you can get 4 or 5 engine rooms. And if you're going to go against a 7 engine room player, you're likely going to get 7, but you're going to be way slower than them. So just spend those keys. This is the point in the season where you need to make that choice. If you are like a dragon sitting on your hoard of gold, you need to decide, spend it or save it for a couple more days, because yes, if you're looking for legendary, then sure, you're saving. You're probably already in 7 with troop damage, but if you're not in diamond yet, get it ASAP. This is your warning call, your margin call, or whatever the heck that's called in the stock market. Spend it, or don't. There's so many, I really struggle to have those videos that are like, spend all your keys now, because it doesn't apply to everyone. And I'm going to try to do that with this thumbnail in the hopes that I can get a couple extra people to diamond. You guys have been commenting saying you've gotten farther than you have in past seasons. Again, same thing. Look at this. We can clear likely all of this stuff. We have to be worried about that rocket launcher and that boom cannon, but we can clear lots of this stuff before we drop the majority of our troops. And that's exactly what we're going to do by putting 1 boat of Bombardiers in. And if those Bombardiers all die, it's not the end of the world. Obviously, we'd prefer to keep them alive, but we will see just how this goes. If you time it perfectly, you keep them alive. If you don't, you've cleared all sorts of buildings, gotten all sorts of gunboat energy. You can also use your artillery to clear the sky shield if you really want to, but way too many people have gotten far enough into building health that that's not really a thing so much anymore. So we are going to drop our cryos here, our heavies here, and we're just going to have to wait and see just how the heck this is going to go, because that shock blaster right there is going to be a huge pain in our keister, and there's nothing worse than a pain in the keister. So again, super cautious, super slow, and if you're still using shock knuckles, consider giving not shock knuckles a chance. It's more difficult at first because you got to figure out how the heck to use it, but it works out very well in the longer term. So you just need to keep a little bit more eye on Bullet and his health as we try to hit that perfect shock, trying to get both of those critter launchers shocked, which we actually managed to do for once in our lives. And now Bullet's clearing through all this stuff. We're in pretty darn good shape because we gotten rid of that shock blaster. Bullet's fairly darn healthy, and the majority of our Bombardiers are shooting over the top of stuff. So in we go. That critter launcher is dead and wasted, and now we just need to get in and amongst the things. This season is crazy as far as that goes. Getting Bullet out front, so valuable, but then you get into issues with things like critter launchers, where he's out front, but he's drawing critter launchers, so it really comes down to whatever the heck troops you're using, but come on, we need a little bit more gunboat energy. Bullet is getting shot over the top of. Need one more building to go down. There it is. As we get into all of the rest of those rocket launchers, I have had way too many people finish all my engine rooms with just bullets. So I know a lot of you are kind of freaking out about the fact that we're losing Bombardiers over here, but not really a huge deal. So we're going to let Bullet take that final rocket launcher down, and then hopefully we can keep that final Bombardier alive. Not the end of the world if that Bombardier goes down. It just means this video will be a little bit quicker. See that? We saved old Sam there. We call the Zuka that walks out of smoke and ruins your attack Heather. I don't know what you call Bombardiers though. It's like Harold or like Frank or something. I feel like Bombardiers should have like more old-timey names. We're going to get 2 full clears on 6s, which if you've been playing at the 6 engine room level, you know just how difficult that's come in recent times. So pretty darn stoked on that. Let's get Bullet to do a little bit extra damage. And I'm going to leave this video here. We got a couple strong, very good wins. We are sitting at a very crucial part. We are sitting above. Where are we at? We're sitting above 21.5. As you can see, we're at 21.63. So we are starting at rank 12 next season. And this account continues to push forward into enough keys to move to 7 engine rooms. I know I just told you to spend. This account did spend though. Like I went back and got Bombardiers. I got I got that troop damage. I did the spending that was required from me on this account. On my other account, I had to do way more defensive spending. I went and got, let's get rid of this parking screen here. I had to go way back and get the Sky Shield and the boom cannon. And then I had to renew this thing from cannons to boom cannons. So I don't know what spending you have to do, but if you think you're not going to be playing much on the weekend, or you're not in Diamond yet, get that spending going ASAP. I shall talk to you soon, though. Thank you for coming in. I'm Zedmont. Peace.